Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I have a little project share for you guys. It's something that I created and they're bookmarks. I wanted to work on bookmarks for quite some time. I actually wanted to use my Fusion tool for this project only because I bought it months ago and still haven't cracked that little baby open and used it, but no, I didn't. I got carried away with the whole stamping and inking, and so I kind of left it alone for now. I will be trying to make a bookmark. I saw a few videos of it already. I thought it was super cool. Wanted to try it, but just haven't gotten there yet. So these are my bookmarks that I made. Really fun, really simple. I think I'm gonna um, do one online. Oh my goodness. Do one live here with you guys. I will probably, if I have enough time, we'll do a process video together. So this is what they look like. I used my Gorgeous Girl stamp images, two of them. For these particular bookmarks, I do have a few of the little tildes that I want to still make that I have cut apart and colored here, these little teeny tiny mini tildes, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm still working on these. Actually, I just finished these, which is why I'm doing the video. This was inspired by my daughter Alicia, who's my little purple queen. She wanted mom to make her a bookmark. I made her a bookmark, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, it was a really cheesy, quick, fast, and in a hurry type of bookmark. And I guess I did it like that because I really, when she asked me for the bookmark, at the time that she asked me for it, I thought she was just, how do I say this? I thought she was just asking for something because she just wanted to ask for something, because my kids do that to me sometimes. um, just to be close to me. They'll ask me about a movie, or they'll ask me about something they want to eat. For instance, I could be eating, and Leanne is great for this. Let's say it's a bowl of French fries. I'll make a big bowl of French fries for everyone to share. I'll leave it out, and then I'll serve myself a little bowl, and she wants the ones in my little bowl. Not the ones I have in the big bowl for everyone to share. No, no, no. It's always the one that I have. And so I thought the same was the case with the bookmarks. But when I made it for her, she actually took really, really, really good care of it, guys. And I made it 4 years ago, and she still has it. And I kind of felt bad because I really didn't put my all and all into it when I made it for her. It was just something, okay, fine, let me just make you a bookmark real quick and get you out of my hair for a little while. And that made me feel really bad. She was reading a book over the summer, and she still had the same bookmark. And it touched me, but it also made me sad. So I had promised her a little bookmark, and this is what I made for her. And Alicia, this one did not take Mama 5 minutes. Um, Definitely not. And I loved the way it came out. I think she's really going to love it. I hope she does anyway. But I used some Graphic 45 scrap pieces of paper. And this is another reason why I love this project. Great for using up those scrap pieces of paper. Oh my gosh, and I have so many scraps. So I colored her in with my Copics, and she picked out this image. She fell in love with this image. Please forgive my hands and my fingernails because I have been working on this little project here. And these little books are from another, well, first of all, let me share the image with you. I have this one. This is one of the images that I used for this project. And this is one of my Gorgeous Girls. And this one is called New Heights. Where is the other? One second. And this one is the other image. And this is what she looks like. And this one is called, oh boy, what is she called? Oh wow, I didn't realize that these girls, I mean, do they have a name? Maybe it's in the front. It just says Urban Stamps. It says Gorgeous Urban Stamps Central. 12 pieces. Little girl with a clock, you don't have a name. Alrighty, well, it's Allie's favorite, so I'll just call her Allie. Allie. I'll give you a name, don't worry. Is it on the side here? No, it just has Centura all over the place, but no name. Over here, this says Simply Gorgeous. Maybe that's her name, Simply Gorgeous. I don't know. The other one's Wuthering Heights. This one might be Simply Gorgeous because that's what I see on this little stamp here. It might not be. I'm not too sure. But in any case, those were my two Gorgeous Girl stamps that I used. Now, I used a really oldie but goodie. I've had this one in my collection for quite some time. And this one is not very new, but fairly new. And so, just put this over here to the side. So yeah, so I made some bookmarks, and they do have a magnet. And this is the part that goes up. And I don't know if you can hear that. It's a nice, strong magnet. Let me share with you how this bookmark works. And you may have seen this before, or maybe not. Excuse me. Let's say this is a book you're reading, and you happen to leave off somewhere in the middle of your book, and you're reading, and now you want to use your little bookmark. You can use this bookmark two ways. You open up the flap, and you can either have this side showing, and you can just close the flap like that. Now, it can be one page. It can be. What I love about this bookmark, the magnet is so strong, you can grab a whole bunch of pages and put it like that, and you know that this is where you left off. There's your bookmark. Close, boom, and you are good to go. See the bookmark? Or you can open it up, put it this way, close it, and there you go. Either way will work. And then you'll see that. Now, I made one of these a long time ago. I think it was a year or 2 years ago for Cynthia the Scrappy Bookworm, except hers opened up from the bottom. The bottom was the magnet part. So basically, you would put it on the bottom like so, and then, well, hers went this way. And it was a lot bigger. It was a lot bigger than this one. I did bring it down a notch or two. Hers was like the size of a tag. But yeah, those are my bookmarks. That's how it works. I'm really excited about the bookmark, how it came out. I really love the way it came out. Also, to create this, you're going to need a corner chopper. If you want to decorate the edges as I did. So that's what I did here on the corners. I used my corner chopper, and I thought that added a really, really nice touch. Here I have a label and one of the little cut parts. I fussy cut one of the butterflies for this stamp set. And I basically stayed within using that stamp set and the other. I really didn't use any other stamp sets. I did color her in with my Copics, which I told you, and I also colored her in with my glazed gel pens, which Becky, Beck's Creation, had gifted to me in one of her sweet recs that she sent me. Also, I fussy cut the little books that I put here on the bottom. And again, everything was colored with Copics or my Sakura gel pens, one or the other. I kind of used the both of them with this little project. Here I used, oh, I lie, I used another stamp, two more stamp sets. I used this little Prima frame stamp, which is what you see on the outside here. And then these little sentiments that are inside, those are sentiments that I used from my, which set was it? The S&P and Company set. Oh, no, 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 no. These were the Avriel stamps. You Are Loved, I think, or You're Loved is the name of the collection, I believe. So here I fussy cut another little book. I also used a whole bunch of little hearts and stars from my lawn fawn stamps. Yeah, this one I really went to town. The other two I did not. I just realized I used about 6 different stamp sets for this one. For this one I kept it to 1 or 2 sets and that was it. Maybe 3. Oh no, 1, 2. Okay, so it was 4. Who's counting? Anyways, so yeah, that's what I did. I distressed everything, all the edges. This particular one I distressed with one of my newer Tim Holtz distress inks, and it's called Hickory Smoke. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love it because, like the Copic pens, or the Copic markers rather, the dark gray is so dark that it lets the eye believe it's black, but it's not. It's like a soft black, which is great for when you're doing like softer projects that might be a little bit more shabby chic, which I have this one here. Although I don't really think this is shabby, but it might be. I don't know. I don't know. I still have a problem with that. Here I left this blank because I am going to put her initial. I just didn't take the time to fussy cut those letters out. So that's going to have a nice big fat purple A right here. And that's this one. This one I made for me. This one is mine. Yes, I actually made something for me. I love the little girl so much with the little clock and her hair. And she reminds me so much of my girls. My girls have long hair like this right now. So I made one for myself. And the papers that I used for this particular one are from this paper stack. And this is an oldie but goodie from Lost and Found. And it's called Market Street. And this one was given to me by my dear sweet friend Louise, who's Mama JT4 here on YouTube. And this was a Studio and Company, I believe they're called Studio and Company, stamp set. It says, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all." And it's a quote from Helen Keller. I love her story, her life story. Oh my gosh. And again, a magnet closure. Again, one of my Spellbinders labels. I fussy cut and colored that in with Copics. I distressed everything on this one with the Hickory Smoked. And I also used Victorian Velvet. I haven't used this this ink, this particular color in forever. And I don't know why, because I love the color. I have to really use it a lot more on these projects. So I fussy cut the letters, the frames, I inked everything, I cut it all apart. The stamps out like that. And so that it would fit in the frame, I just cut it all apart, inked all up the edges up, and that's that one. And again, I cut the corners off just to give it a nice, I think it just makes it look so nice, especially when it's, and look guys, this magnet, this bookmark isn't going anywhere. Can you see that? Yeah, super strong magnets. And this one I also finished. This one is a little bit more of a shabby chic color. This one I actually made for a friend, and I will be sending that out in the mail today. And again, I didn't put anything here. Her initial's going to be here. and I'm going to put my initial here. And I want to make at least 6 more of these. I don't know. I hope I can do it, because sometimes what happens to me is I'll start doing something like this and I'll do all this prep work, and I kid you not when I tell you all this prep work, because I want to share with you something. I don't know if you've been watching the videos lately, but this is what I do. This is what Laura likes to do. I do all this incredible prep work. Look, I have all these still to make. I already cut them apart, got the papers and everything in there. And then I do 3 or 4, and then I get tired and bored. And I want to move on to the next thing, even though I still have more to do. So let me share with you how I created the bookmark part first. You're going to need a paper cutter, paper trimmer of some kind. I like this one. And you're going to need, although you're not going to use the whole thing, a piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 11 would be a really, really good idea. White cardstock. And I know I have some here. You know what? I hate it when my mind plays tricks on me, because I know I took out a little stack for this part. Here it is. Put it on my printer. So you're going to need a piece of white, black, craft, whatever color you want of cardstock. This is the 8.5 by 11. Now, if this way it's 8.5, this way it's 11. You want the 11 side. And you're going to cut this at 2.5. After you cut this at 2.5, you want to flip it over, and you want to take it to where it says 6 inches here. So basically this is 6 inches long. You're going to make a score mark here at the 6-inch mark. Now I'm going to use my cutting board, even though I do have my little Martha Stewart scoreboard, just because for me I think it's a lot easier. Once you have scored that and you're happy with your little score mark, you are then gonna take this and you're gonna fold it over. After you have folded that over, see how that is? You're gonna put this back into your trimmer, and you're gonna move it over 1/16 of an inch. Now, if you don't know which ones are the 1/16, you have a 1/8 of an inch, which is a little bit thicker, and then the little teeny tiny little line next to that, that's the 1/8 of an inch. That's what I did, and I put that. So basically, you're just gonna have a score line that is so tiny you might not even be able to see. And I'm going to share with you what that's for in a second. So now you have 2 score lines that are right next to each other, and you want to fold that yet again. So now if you have folded both of your creases, and you should do this with a bone folder, I'm just doing it with my fingernails because I want to do it close to the camera. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get a tiny little gusset, sort of speak, on the inside here. That is so that you'll have a little bit of flexibility with your paper once you decorate it all. Plus, it holds your paper in place. Sometimes, even though I've kept the embellishment flat, I did not use pearls or rhinestones. I wanted it nice and flat so it would lay flat in my book. Because believe it or not, guys, just with that magnet and all the layers that I put on the other ones, it was already pretty bulky. And these magnets, the ones that I purchased, they're not exactly super skinny thin, and you'll see that when I get there. So then you would take that and you would just use that like that. So now, and this is going to be the best part, because this is the part that's really important. You don't want to forget this part. Now, why do I say that? Because I did that already. I forgot. And I went ahead with putting the paper on. You want to place your magnets before you decorate your bookmark and before you put your paper. So what I did was I have purchased these off of eBay. Do you see these little tiny teeny magnets? They're super strong. Only they could have been a little bit skinnier. They're not super thin like my other ones. And they are kind of tiny. See how tiny they are? But they're great for something like this. So to place my magnets, I've learned a few tricks. I have two of them. You're going to need some glue dots. And you're going to need some washi tape. Any kind of washi tape is fine. Because you're going to cover it and no one's going to see it. I will say this though, especially for the magnets, it's nice to have a wider one as opposed to a skinny one. Um, and this one is like not that much bigger, but I would definitely go with the wider one if you have one in your stash. My mat is a magnet already, so if I place these, just so I can have an idea of where I'm going to place them and start centering them a little bit, on this particular mat, it will stay put because it has magnets embedded into the mat, which is very useful for this project. So I take one of my glue dots, and I am using the large ones. And now that I know where that's going to be placed more or less. And when you're going to put your magnet in for your bookmark, you don't want to put it on the edge. And I'm going to tell you why. Depending on what you use for a trimmer here, excuse me, you could go with a corner punch, or maybe you have a decorative edge that you would like to use of one of your paper punches, or maybe you have a edge die that you want to use, whatever it is that you want to use to decorate this edge, or maybe you don't want to use anything, you just want to leave it nice and squared. That's fine too, but give yourself just that little bit of wiggle room here so that you don't hit the magnet. And that's why I try to put it at least more than half an inch, almost 3/4 of an inch into the bookmark. So I don't know if you saw that, but I put the glue dot down first. Then I have my little magnet. Then I take a piece of washi tape and I put the washi tape down. And what this is going to do is this is going to hold that little magnet in place right there. And it's not going to go anywhere. I can work on my project and I don't have to worry about it's getting caught on anything or anything happening to it. Now, I don't know if you saw that. I had the magnet over here on this side, and I'm not sure of its placement yet. So what I did was I just went like that and picked it up. Now, when the magnet, the other part of the magnet is on this side, you are going to take another glue dot and you're going to put the glue dot over the magnet. Now the glue dot is going to be sticky on your finger, so you got to take that off carefully. Now you're going to take this part, push it over on this side, press down, and when you lift it off carefully, because remember, this glue dot is pretty big and it's gonna try to get stuck on that little washi tape there. And just to give you an idea, see, and now it's firmly in place. Now you take another piece of washi tape and you put it over here like so, and there you have a working magnet for your bookmark. And now you can decorate it. Now I will say this, as I was saying before, which is why I have that little gusset here, because of these magnets, they're pretty thick. And when you do decorate it and you add paper to it, you're going to want to put extra glue just to make sure that it seals and you don't see the magnet on the edge here. And also, you see what happened there? It's separated a little bit. I'll go back with liquid glue And because I have this fine tip, this fine line, I'll just go in like so. I'll open it first. And I'll just squirt a whole bunch of glue there like so. And I will hold it in place until it's nice and secure. And then no one sees that. See that? Excuse me. So on the other side, you don't see it. And then you will see a little tiny bit of a little very, very small bump. You hardly even notice it. But yeah, because of the little magnet, you might have a little bump. So you want to just pay very good attention to the glue around the magnet. I would even, when you lay your paper down, add some glue around the magnet as well. And just keep your hand on it. This one probably only raised up a little bit because I didn't hold it in place long enough when I glued it the first time probably. Because I was in a rush to get these on camera for you guys. So that's that one. That's that one. That one's good. And this one, the sides are good. Oh, wait a minute. This one is a little bit. This one raised up just a tiny bit on the side, on the top part. So I am going to put some liquid glue on this corner as well. Yep, that's good. So guys, that's how simple it is to make this bookmark. And of course, only because it only has one layer of paper and it's just plain cardstock right now, it's a little flimsy. Depending on how thick you want your bookmark, it's what you're going to do, you know, how many layers of paper you put. Now, after I created this, this for me is more than sturdy, more than thick enough, and it is not flimsy at all. Of course, that was after lots of layering. So let me share with you now what it looks like after you put the paper on and after you secured the little magnets and all that good stuff. So this is what I have here. This is my get ready to work, get ready to make it pretty, get ready to embellish this. Now I've already colored an image and all the little pieces that I'm thinking of using. I always say I'm thinking of using because sometimes, and I make, even though I use the same, basically the same things for all these bookmarks, meaning the same stamp set, the same image, doesn't mean they're all going to be the same. I still make them slightly different. I don't make every single one identical. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I would be able to, because I have what's called little happy accidents sometimes, where I drop my ink pad sometimes, or I forget to do what I did with the other one. And so I just keep going on. I'm like, nobody's going to notice. Who's going to notice? And if you do notice, all right, well, you have something unique and different. What can I tell you? Because who wants everything the same anyway? I only say that because I try to do it the same and I can't. So yeah. So yep, see, I have that now very, very well sealed. No little hidden boo-boos there. I did not distress this one just yet. And I do have to just trim off a little bit of this cardstock here. And we will be good to decorate. Okay. That seems like it's all good to go now. And that one I'll just put to the side for decorating that later. As I said, I have already cut out this little image. I have some butterflies that I colored in. I want to use the same quote that I used. I just love this quote. And I don't know if you guys ever saw the Helen Keller movie. I remember seeing that movie. I must have been about 11, 12 years old when my mom sat me down to watch this movie with her. And I have to tell you, especially for a young woman, I think that movie was such an empowering, it was just a beautiful movie. It was a movie that every little girl should see, is what I think, anyways. But she's just amazing. And I think I heard on the news somewhere where they're planning to take a woman and put her on one of the currency bills, one of the dollar bills. I don't know if it's the 5, the 10, I'm not sure. But she was one of the candidates. Mother Teresa was also, of course, a candidate. And my vote's for you, Helen Keller. Not that my vote counts, but if they were going to vote and hold a vote and ask everyone, every citizen to vote on which word of the 5 candidates, which one would you pick, I would pick Helen Keller. So, okay, enough of that little silly chit chat. I am going to now distress everything with my hickory smoke. Now, guys, because I was trying to share with you, because I thought it was more important to show you how I got that magnet and the measurements for this, I see that I'm already at 31 minutes, so I'm probably not going to be able to put this together with you on camera. Or if, yeah, I probably won't. I think the video will be way too long then. Like I said, when I finally get my PC and my movie software, and I get back to some sort of normalcy with video making, I'll be able to speed all this up and do different types of process videos. But for now, this is where I'm at. And I thought it would be better that I share with you at least how I put the magnets and the measurements for this. Because this part is easy. This is the decorating part. And I'm sure you guys can decorate this. You don't need to see me um, decorating this. I'm sure you can do that all on your own just fine. So I was saying something. Now I forgot. I meant to say something to you. I wanted to say something. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, yes. Because I used my 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, when you think about it, if this is 2.5, you can make several bookmarks with one sheet of 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. How cool is that? So at least 3 bookmarks you can make out of one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So guys, I'm going to continue to work on this. Oh, see what I did? And I always do this. I just finished inking all the edges. You'd think I would remember to use my wipey and clean my hand. But no, I didn't. And guess what happened? Yes, I picked up the little die cut piece and I smudged it all over. And this is what happens to me all the time. I am a dirty birdie. I am a dirty birdie. Thank goodness for prepping, and thank goodness I cut out more. So I will put a nice clean one and I will not be a dirty birdie. There we go. So guys, I'm going to go and work on decorating this a little bit now. I will leave you, let's see, that's the way I'm going to put her. I'm going to put her just like this. Yes, yes, yes. And then on the other side, I am going to do like this. Yes, yes, yes. And then I am going to stamp out my little frame. I am going to stamp out my little frame, and I am going to put these books. Oh, that was another thing I meant to share with you. You see the little books here? They're all scattered about. These were actually these, and all I did was come in and just cut them apart. And in doing that, I created several little layers of books. See? That's all you have to do. And now I can put different different layers of books. I'm not going to cut this one yet because I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet, but this one I know for sure I want it cut. All right, guys. I will talk to you all very soon. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you like my bookmarks, and I hope you give it a try. If you do give it a try, please share your projects with me so I can see how you made your bookmark as well. Yeah, send me a link so that I can see your creations as well. Have a very blessed day. I will talk to you all very soon. I hope you like this project. Bye for now.